Every creative journey begins with a problem. It starts with a feeling of frustration, the dull ache of not being able to find the answer. We have worked hard, but we've hit the wall. We have no idea what to do next. When we tell stories about creativity, we tend to leave out this phase. We neglect to mention those days when we wanted to quit, when we believed that our problem was impossible. Instead, we skip straight to the breakthrough. We tell the happy ending first. The danger of this scenario is that the act of feeling frustrated is an essential part of the creative process. Before we can find the answer, before we can even know the question, we must be immersed in disappointment, convinced that a solution is beyond our reach. We need to have wrestled with the problem and lost, because it's only after we stop searching that the answer might arrive. When it does arrive, the solution doesn't come in drips and drabs. The puzzle isn't solved one piece at a time. Rather, the answer shocks us with its completeness. All of a sudden, the problem that seems so daunting becomes incredibly obvious. We curse ourselves for not seeing it sooner. This is the cliched moment of insight, which we know so well from stories of Archimedes in the bathtub and Isaac Newton under the apple tree. It's the mental process described by Samuel Coleridge and Einstein, Picasso, Mozart, and Bob Dylan. When people think about creative breakthroughs, they tend to imagine incandescent flashes. Scientists use such tales to define the insight experience. The first stage is the impasse. Before there can be a breakthrough, there has to be a block. The other essential feature of a moment of insight is the feeling of certainty. After Archimedes had his eureka moment, that the displacement of water could be used to measure the volume of objects, he immediately leapt out of the bath and ran to tell the king. How do these insights happen? What allows us to transform a mental block into a breakthrough? Why does the answer appear when it's least expected? For most of human history, we've pretended that the imagination is an impenetrable biological gift. Until the Enlightenment, being creative meant channeling the muses, giving voice to the gods. The word inspiration literally means breathed upon. The deep mysteriousness of creativity also intimidated scientists. It's one thing to study nerve reaction times or the mechanics of sight, but how does one measure the imagination? Despite the sheer secrecy of creativity, we don't know how it happens, even when it happens to us. Our lives are defined by it. There is the pop song on the radio, the gadget in your pocket, the art on the wall, the air conditioner in the window, the medicine in the bathroom, and the very chair you are sitting on. The only way to understand this mystery is to venture inside the brain, to break open the black box of the imagination. Creativity can seem like a magic trick of the mind, but there is nothing magical about it. We are beginning to understand how the trick is done. Imagine how creativity works. It's about our most important mental talent, the ability to imagine what has never existed before.